Attention passionate Cleveland, BROWNS. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Cleveland Browns' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Cleveland Browns fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Cleveland BROWNS. Let's get to the news, folks, let's talk about a recent comment that's been making waves in NFL circles, especially among Browns fans. It's about Shedeur Sanders, the young quarterback who's been turning heads at Colorado and is now rapidly becoming one of the most talked-about prospects in college football. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. How does this tie into the Browns? Well, it's all about the ripple effects, the potential shifts in the landscape of the NFL draft, and how players like Sanders could influence the future of teams like ours. But more about that in a bit. First, let's set the scene. Shedeur Sanders, son of legendary Deion Sanders, has been tearing up the college scene with his arm, his leadership, and that undeniable charisma that makes NFL scouts drool. His season thus far has been nothing short of spectacular, with eye-popping stats, clutch plays, and a maturity beyond his years. Naturally, the hype around him is growing day by day, and many NFL analysts are already projecting him as a top-tier quarterback in the upcoming draft. But here's where it gets interesting. A former Browns quarterback recently shared his honest thoughts about Sanders, and what he said might just shake up how Browns fans see the quarterback position going forward. Now, I won't spoil everything just yet, but let me tell you, this former Browns QB didn't hold back. He praised Sanders for his talent, his football IQ, and his ability to perform under pressure, but he also pointed out some concerns about how quickly players like Sanders adapt to the NFL's complexity. Still, the main takeaway was clear. Sanders has the tools that could definitely make him a first-round pick, maybe even a top-5 selection. And for Browns fans, that's a huge deal because the quarterback position has been a hot topic here for years. With Deshaun Watson showing flashes of brilliance but still trying to find consistency, the idea of bringing in a young, dynamic quarterback like Sanders in the future is tempting. It's something that could shake up the entire draft board and influence how Cleveland approaches its offseason plans. But let's not forget, the NFL is always about the here and now. While the draft chatter heats up, the Browns are focusing on their current season, trying to secure that playoff spot and make a real run. This year, Cleveland has been impressive at times, showing flashes of the dominant team we all believe they can be. The defense has been tough, with Myles, Garrett leading the charge, and the offense, when clicking, can hang with anyone. But we all know that to push through in January, you need not just talent but consistency, leadership, and a bit of luck, all of which are crucial when facing the AFC's best teams. Now back to this potential shift in the division. If someone like Sanders does become a top draft pick and lands in the right system, it could spell trouble for AFC North rivals, especially teams like Cincinnati and Baltimore. Both have solid quarterbacks, but a young gun like Sanders could be a game changer, a player capable of elevating a team in clutch moments. For the Browns, this means we might be witnessing the start of a new era, where the quarterback position gets even more competitive and exciting. And if Cleveland decides to stay patient with Watson or finds a way to add that young talent, the division could be in for a shakeup that nobody saw coming. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Cleveland Browns news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. Looking ahead, the Browns have some key decisions to make. Do they stick with Watson, who's shown flashes of greatness but also moments of inconsistency? Or do they look for a potential future star in the draft? Considering the current landscape of NFL quarterbacks, the talent pool is deep but also highly competitive. Shedeur Sanders, with his electrifying style and leadership skills, could be that franchise-changing player if he continues to develop and makes the right NFL landing spot. Cleveland fans have always loved a good QB story, from Bernie Kosar to Tim Couch, and more recently with Baker Mayfield and Deshaun Watson. The hope is that we can finally find that stable, franchise QB who can lead us deep into the playoffs and bring that Lombardi trophy home. But beyond just the draft prospects and the quarterback debate, there's a lot of optimism around the Browns this season. The coaching staff, led by Stefanski, has been pushing the right buttons, and the team has been showing resilience and grit. Players like Myles Garrett continue to dominate on the defensive line, and the offensive line has been solid enough to give Watson some time to work his magic. The receiving core, with Amari Cooper leading the way, has been reliable, and the running game has shown flashes of being among the best in the league when fully firing. All these pieces are aligning, and the mood among the fans is optimistic that Cleveland can make a serious playoff push. Of course, there's always the question of consistency. The Browns have had talented teams before, but the key is maintaining that level of play week in and week out. That's where mental toughness and coaching come into play. And with the AFC North filled with tough teams, the Ravens with Lamar Jackson, the Bengals with Joe Burrow, and even the Steelers making noise, each game is a battle. Cleveland's path to the postseason will require resilience, smart game planning, and just a bit of that Browns magic that keeps us all rooting for the impossible. Now, I want to take a moment to talk about some upcoming games. The Browns face some crucial matchups in the next few weeks. Each game is like a playoff preview, and every win could be the difference between securing a top playoff seed or battling it out in the wild card round. The defense will need to stay stout, especially against high-powered offenses, and the offense must continue to improve its rhythm. That's where Deshaun Watson's leadership will be vital. When he's on his game, Cleveland looks like a team that can beat anyone. But consistency has been the key, and that's where the coaching staff's experience will prove critical. In terms of individual performances, Myles Garrett remains an absolute beast. His ability to disrupt opposing backfields and get after the quarterback is unmatched in this league. The Browns have missed no opportunity to maximize his presence, and he's been a cornerstone of this defense. Meanwhile, players like Denzel Ward have been solid in the secondary, making key plays when needed. The offensive line continues to protect Watson well enough, giving him the chance to make those big throws downfield. The running backs, including Nick Chubb when healthy, are among the league's best, and that balance makes Cleveland a tough team to defend. Looking further ahead, the draft remains a hot topic among Browns fans. If the team continues to perform well and secures a good position, they might have the opportunity to pick a talented quarterback or other impact players to add to this roster. Cleveland has a history of smart drafting and developing talent, and the front office has been strategic in their approach. The hope is that this season's success can be sustained and that the team can build even more around its core. And let's not forget the importance of the fan base. Browns fans are among the most passionate in the league, and the energy in the stands at FirstEnergy Stadium is unmatched. That support fuels the team, especially during those tough moments when the game is on the line. The Dog Pound continues to be one of the loudest and most intimidating sections in the NFL, and they play a vital role in creating that home field advantage. The team feeds off that energy, and every win at home gets us one step closer to that playoff run we've all been dreaming about. And now, Cleveland Browns fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Cleveland Browns. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Cleveland Browns news. All in all, the NFL landscape is shifting, and the Browns are right in the middle of the action. Whether it's the possibility of drafting a rising star like Sanders or continuing to build around Watson, the future looks bright. Cleveland fans are used to overcoming adversity and fighting for respect, and this season is no different. We're witnessing a team that's on the rise with the talent and resilience to make a deep playoff run. The road ahead will be challenging, but with the right moves, smart coaching, and that unwavering fan support, the Browns could very well be on the brink of something special. So stay tuned, keep cheering loud, and get ready for an exciting ride. The best is yet to come, Browns Nation. Remember, football is more than just a game, it's a way of life for us fans. We live every play, every pass, every tackle, and every victory. Our passion fuels this team, and as long as we stay united, there's no limit to what Cleveland Browns can achieve. So let's keep the faith, keep the hope alive, and continue pushing forward together. The next chapter in Browns history is being written right now, and I can't wait to see how it unfolds. Thanks for sticking with me, Browns fans, and as always, stay loyal, stay loud, and go Browns.